It's no secret that branding is important for big businesses. Big businesses spend millions of dollars on branding and advertising to make sure that their name is top of mind for consumers. But what about small business? Is branding important for them too? The answer is yes. Branding is just as important for small businesses as it is for big business. In fact, branding may be even more important for the small business owner. That's because branding can help small businesses to stand out from the competition, attract more customers, build loyalty and repeat business, increase customer lifetime value, and boost profitability. As you can see, there are plenty of good reasons to invest in branding for your small business. But what is branding, and how do you actually go about branding a small business? What is branding? Branding is the process of creating and establishing a unique identity for a business. It's more than just having a logo, although a strong logo is certainly part of branding. The branding process involves everything from the way your business looks and feels to the way you communicate with your customers. You may have thought that a brand wasn't important, and that may be because some of the brand myths that are out there. But it's time for us to bust some of those brand myths for good. Brand myths busted. There are a lot of myths about branding, which can hold small business owners back from taking branding seriously. So let's bust a few of those brand myths right now so that you can build a successful brand. Myth number 1. Branding is expensive. One of the most common myths about branding is that it's expensive. And yes, branding can be expensive if you hire a big branding agency to do everything for you. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are plenty of DIY branding options available, such as using free logo makers and design tools. And you can create your own marketing materials using templates to get you started. Plus, there are many low-cost branding strategies you can implement yourself, such as content marketing and social media marketing. And a fancy design agency isn't the only option for your business. So branding doesn't have to break the bank. Myth number 2, branding is only for big businesses. Another common myth about branding is that it's only for big business, and this simply is not true. As mentioned, branding can be just as important, if not more important, for small businesses. That's because a strong brand can help small businesses to stand out from their competition, gaining loyalty from existing customers, boost customer engagement, and attract new customers. So stop thinking that building a brand isn't for the small business owner. It absolutely is. Myth number 3, branding is a one-time thing. Another myth about branding is that it's a one-time thing. Once you've created your logo and designed your website, that's it, right? Well, wrong. Branding is an ongoing process. Your brand should evolve over time as your business grows and changes. For example, you may need to update your logo or your website design as your business grows. You should regularly review your branding to make sure that it's still relevant and effective. So, how do you brand a small business? Now that we've busted some of the common brand myths, let's take a look at how you can brand your small business. Creating a brand for your business. If you want to create a strong brand for your small business, there are a few things that you need to do. First, define your company's mission and values. Next, create a strong logo and a brand that represents your company. Develop a marketing strategy that targets your ideal customers. Next, you want to create helpful content for your website and for your blog. Then you'll want to promote your brand using online and offline marketing. And last, you'll want to invest in advertising so that you can reach more of your target customers. Now, we're going to take a closer look at each of these branding tips for small businesses. Number 1, define your company's mission and values. Before you can start branding your small business, you need to know what your brand is all about. What is your company's mission? What are your core values? What unique value do you provide? Once you have the answer to these questions, you can start creating a branding strategy that reflects your company's unique identity and helps you stand out even in a saturated market. Number 2, create a brand identity that represents your company. Your logo is one of the most important elements of your brand, and it begins the solid foundation of your brand. It is the first thing that people will see when they come across your business, so it needs to make a good impression. That means you need to create a logo. When creating a logo, keep it simple. Use clean lines and shapes and avoid using too many colors. Make sure that your logo is easy to read even when it's displayed at really small sizes. Think about how your logo is going to be displayed on your website or on social media when someone sees it on their phone. Be sure that it is readable and recognizable even at this very small size. If you're going to have your logo on large signage or even on a vehicle, make sure that it works well at that scale too. Also, you want to avoid using clip art or stock images and make sure that your logo looks good in both color and in black and white. It's also helpful to have several versions of your logo for different placements. I always create a square version for social media and a horizontal version for a website header. Think of any of the other formats that you may need for your logo. Next, you'll want to create a style guide. Once you've designed your logo, it's a good idea to create a style guide. This is going to help ensure that your brand is consistent across all of your marketing materials. This can be as simple or as complex as you need it. Your style guide, though, should include things like your color palette, your font choices, and your brand guidelines. These style and branding guidelines should be shared with your in-house team and anyone that is creating your marketing materials or visual elements for your business. Next, you'll want to design your website. Your website is another very important element of your brand. It's often the first place that people will go to learn more about your business, so it needs to make a good impression. When designing your website, keep things simple and easy to navigate. Your website should use clean, easy to read fonts and have plenty of white space. And make sure that your website is mobile friendly, as more and more people are using their smartphones and tablets to browse the web. Your brand is not your logo. Remember, your brand extends beyond your logo to the overall look and feel and tone of your business. This includes everything from the colors that you use on your website to the way you answer the phone. The key to a successful brand. Consistency really is the key when it comes to brand. So make sure that all of your brand elements work together to create a cohesive look and a feel for your business. Number 3, develop a marketing strategy that targets your ideal customer. Once you've defined your brand and created strong branding for your small business, it's time to start marketing to your ideal customers. To do this, you need to develop the right marketing tactics and target the right people with the right message. To start this process, you'll want to answer these questions. What are the demographics of your ideal customer? Where do they hang out online? What kind of messaging will resonate with them? Answering these questions will help you develop a strategy that effectively reaches your potential customers. Number 4, create helpful content for your website and blog. Your content strategy is a key part of your brand, as it is one of the best ways for you to communicate with your audience. When writing content, make sure that it is interesting, informative, and engaging. Avoid using jargon or difficult words. You want to make sure that you proofread all of your content before you publish it, as errors can make your business appear unprofessional. Your content could be anything from in-depth articles to tutorials to downloadable ebooks and infographics. Make sure that all of your content and promotional materials follow your style guide and the brand strategy and have a consistent message. Be sure to include calls to action that encourage your readers to take the next step, whether that's signing up for your email list or visiting your store. Number 5, promote your brand. Once you've designed your logo, created your style guide, and built your website, it's time to start promoting your brand. There are lots of ways to do this, such as content marketing, social media marketing, and even email. Use social media marketing to promote your brand. Use social media to reach new customers and build relationships with current customers. Social media is a powerful branding and marketing tool for small businesses. It can help you reach new customers as well as build relationships with your current ones. When using social media for branding, it's important to post high quality, consistent content. You should also interact with your followers on a regular basis. responding to comments and questions in a timely manner. Number 6, invest in advertising to reach more people in your target market. Investing in advertising is another great way to reach more people in your target audience. There are a number of different advertising options available, from online ads to print ads and everything in between. When choosing an advertising platform, it's important to consider where your target audience spends the majority of their time. For example, if your customer is on Facebook, then investing in Facebook ads might be a good option for you. Keeping your brand up to date. In branding strategy, it is important to remember that your brand is an ongoing process. So don't be afraid to review your brand periodically and make changes as necessary. Whether you're just starting a new business or you're a seasoned vet, your brand strategy is important. By following these branding tips, you can create a small brand that will help you reach your target market, grow your business, and achieve your business goals. And remember, you don't need crazy tech skills, boatloads of cash, or a dedicated staff to market your business. In fact, you don't even need a lot of time. What you need is to be smart, and branding is smart for your small business.